So we've heard this morning how everything starts with an idea, and I want to tell you how I've transformed ideas into reality. So I started off, I've had an interesting career, and I've worked for the big three, and that's Santa Claus, Willy Wonka, and my friend here, Mickey Mouse. And if you think about it, this all started as an idea in somebody's imagination, but it can go on to become a global business and also generate billions of dollars. So this is my journey about how I started with a decoration company. I joined with 2 directors, and then for 25 years we did all the major shopping centres throughout the UK and in Europe, creating Christmas displays in Santa's grottos. I also for 10 years had a chocolate fountain business called Charlie's Chocolate Factory, and that's me with Mickey Mouse, because I've done Imagineering with Disney. So we all come up with this, you have so many ideas in your head, and you'll go, I want to do this, and then you go, but. Has anybody done that? But kills off ideas. What you need to do is replace that but with a because. Because is empowering. So if you change a but to a because, you can then allow those ideas to develop and grow. And if you think about it, sometimes you're wondering, you don't know the how. What's important is the why. So people like the Wright brothers, the big inventors, they didn't necessarily know how they were going to fly, but they knew why, and then they were going to give it a try. This is what I do, visual communications. I do vision mapping and visual marketing, 2 sides of that. So the vision mapping, it's all about your thoughts, your ideas, and your systems. It's capturing stuff that exists really in the world of your imagination. And then your brand, your products, your services, they exist in the real world. So it's the intangible and the tangible. I help you communicate that, visually communicate that. So with vision mapping, your ideas, your head might look like this, full of stuff. How do you get that out of your head? How do you capture that? How do you then present that so that you can take action and move forward? So this is a process I've developed because I've always mind mapped ideas to join the dots and come up with a solution. Way back when, this is my claim to fame, I invented the Metrognomes. So meet Herbert, Sherbert, Maggot, and Rusty. And this all started as an idea. Metro Centre came to us with one idea: can you create a metronome? Because they'd paid for the IP for Rupert and Noddy before that for Christmas. But I've always mapped out ideas, and I love plans as well and maps, because everything, if you think about it, if you're going to build a house or go on a journey, you start with a plan or a map. And I knew Metro Centre had 4 different coloured miles, so hence I created 4 different characters. So with the vision mapping side of my business, there's 2 parts of that. I've got VisionTrees and Signature Systems. So with VisionTrees, that's to help you grow your business. And then Signature Systems, that's for advice sharing businesses. And that's how you capture, how you take your clients from pain to gain, and it's presented as a signature system. This is what a vision tree looks like. So working with Michael Owen of Always Wear Red, and I'm also one of the consultants that do with Angelfish. So with Michael, I've been on a bit of a journey with him, created a couple of his maps about his business. And you can see the tree at the end. What I plant is, the idea is to make it planted as roots, as seeds at the bottom, and then what grows out of that, that's your brands, your products and your services. It's always important to start with the vision first, and then work out how you're going to do it afterwards. This is Simon Bourne from the Hand-Dyed Shoe Company. So again, Simon had so many ideas in his head, and when I first met him, he was still working full-time for a sofa company, but he was doing the shoes kind of part-time, and he needed to make that leap. And what we did was, we got the ideas out of his head, presented it as a map, and Simon was the first person to frame that, and that on his wall in his studio. And it was something that Michael also said back to me is, it's like a visual business plan, but it belongs on the wall. So I always present that now in a frame so that you can follow your ideas through. This is Kate from the All-in-One Company. So I can do it with groups of people, getting all their ideas out. So this was kind of a brainstorming exercise where we put all the ideas onto paper, and then I translated that into a vision map. And what Kate calls that is, she says that's the DNA of my business really, and she can explain that to others what her vision is. This is a signature system. So This is for advice sharing businesses, people who are coaches or speakers or consultants. So you have a way of taking clients from pain to gain. You've developed your own systems. So if you think about stuff like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you know, there's systems behind everything like that. So you've probably created your own in your business. So this is Gillian, she presents it as Stress Express, and we've created her own IP now, and that's how she can then communicate her message to a wider audience. This is the one that we did for Polly. I did this for Adventurous Coaching, and Polly talks about mental health. So we've reframed that into mental fitness, and she's got a mental fitness kit bag. So this is how she can communicate. She can take techniques and then she can explain to people how she can take them on that journey, which starts with your story and the story you tell yourself, all the way through to adventure. She's got props now that goes with that, and at the top that's her on TV explaining about her mental fitness kit bag and what she does. So the other side of the business, that was VisionMapping, is the visual marketing. And I've founded the Visual Marketing Academy. So that's based, the foundations of that are based on visual merchandising, but I've taken that into the digital era, and that applies to all SMEs. It's how the big brands actually convince you to buy their stuff. So I'm teaching smaller businesses how they can use those secret strategies as well. You can see up here, this is my signature system of my business. I created it for me first, and then I realised it was something, a product that I could do for other people as well. And that's kind of the stuff in my head. That's the knowledge that I've got from over 30 years of transforming ideas into reality. So I take people through from the 5-star standard, through the sensors, through to the pop-up solution. And you can see the slides, they're also categories for my booth, my presentation, modules, training courses, all of that kind of thing. So why is visual marketing your silent salesperson? Well, I liken it to a wonky picture on the wall. If it's not straight, that will annoy some people. And what I can do is I give you tools and techniques. So some people might see that picture, but other people, they might need to get, what it's called, the thing that's
spirit level
tool? Audience participation, yeah, spirit level. A spirit level to straighten that wonky picture. This is something that annoys me. Why do you go into an expo and see something like that? And then I realised, actually, people didn't necessarily know any better. They thought that you turn up to an expo, you have a pop-up banner, you have some leaflets, and that's it. But it's so much more than that. If you've got a why, you should be there explaining to other people what it is that makes your business special, and also your passion and how you can help them. So I believe that expos should be about creating an experience, you know, using these as showcases for your clients. This is Simon Bourne, as I say, been on a bit of a journey with him, so how the two sides can connect. So this is Simon at Living North, and we created a stand there. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money to create an experience that people are going to enjoy, and he actually won the best stand there. So it's all about the ideas, and it's about enabling you to do that yourself. This is another one, Ruth at Jack Weeks Design. So met Ruth at the top, that was her at Living North last year, and then we've worked together to create a stand to help her communicate her message, and that of course is evolving all the time. So she's taken the tools and techniques and then applying them to her business, and actually she said she's had the best year ever, and also she sold 10 times more product this year just by moving things around and presenting it differently. So this is me, crazy mad ideas lady. I've got my ideas hat. I've got it here if anybody wants to try it on later. This is the most powerful thing I think about transforming ideas into reality. I love this quote, and it's the two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Thank you.